Everybody, yesterday, May 1st, was a very special day for a certain yellow sponge fry cook that lives under the sea, because yesterday was SpongeBob's 20th anniversary. That's right, everybody. SpongeBob, the last standing Nicktoon, turned 20 years old yesterday. Now, the reason that this video is celebrating SpongeBob's birthday, it is a day late, is because I just had some stuff to do yesterday, and by the time I got home I was tired, but nonetheless, SpongeBob is officially 20 years old, guys. And honestly, who would have ever thought that a cartoon about a talking sponge that 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 works as a cook at a restaurant and likes to blow bubbles could last 20 years and about the same amount of seasons. Now, obviously, guys, SpongeBob being the last Nicktoon standing to go for 20 years is obviously something that none of his fellow Nicktoon colleagues ever got to do. Well, they all got to have 20th anniversaries, but none of them get God to have that 20th anniversary mark and still be airing to this very day. Now, obviously, guys, there's no need to say how much of an impact and still how big of a massive influence SpongeBob still has on the pop culture today. I mean, if you show anybody an episode of SpongeBob or Elle, just maybe like a picture or a stuffed animal of SpongeBob himself or Patrick, people will know instantly who that is. And it's just mind-blowing, guys, because 20 years is truly an inspiring record, because SpongeBob has managed to do something that even the Simpsons have sort of failed to do, which is to still SpongeBob had his rough patches, but even though I don't keep up with the newer episodes, because I'll be honest once again, everybody, I actually, except for at night while I'm basically waiting to fall asleep, that is the only time I actually watch physical television. The rest of the time, it's all YouTube on my PlayStation 4 or 3 systems. But still, guys, for me, my personal favorite episode of SpongeBob would absolutely have to be one that isn't really it, that that my favorite episode is not the favorite episode that everybody else in the world has. It's not Band Geeks, and it's not Big Pink Loser or anything like that. Actually, my favorite episode is SpongeBob's House Party. And I think I actually made a video explaining why it is in like a top 3 episodes of SpongeBob video or something. But the reason I prefer Awesome House Party over Band Geeks is Awesome House Party is just a super laid back and special episode where basically everybody from Bikini Bottom and even some of the background characters come over to SpongeBob's house for a really funny and out of control house party that if you've seen that episode, you know all the crazy stuff that happens to SpongeBob oh, oh, while this party is happening, but particularly in the last few minutes of the episode. And I just think it's a super fun episode, and I sincerely hope that the 20th birthday episode that they are planning for SpongeBob to be released in July will have some of that awesome house party type of energy to it. And again, I guess the last reason I like Awesome House Party so much is that really demonstrates what made SpongeBob so special to me, and what still makes him special to me today, and the millions of other people that have been touched by the late great genius that was Steven Hillenburg. Yeah, guys. But before I say a few words about Steven, I did just want to mention, yes, as I said a minute ago, Nickelodeon has confirmed that that in July sometime, we don't know when, but there will be an actual episode that actually celebrates SpongeBob's birthday. And this will be the first time SpongeBob's birthday has actually been celebrated in the show's history, except for that small mention that it gets in the episode where SpongeBob meets the Strangler. And now, guys, I guess to sort of wrap up this historic 20th anniversary for SpongeBob video, it would be absurd to end this video without first saying a few words about the man that brought SpongeBob to life and was sadly taken from us at at only 57 years old due to ALS, and that person is, of course, Steven Hillenberg. Now, guys, I, 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 I know people are gonna say that even when Steven came back after he left after the first movie, because of him being gone so long, look, even the newer episodes, even though that they are getting better, they're still not the classic formula of those first 3 seasons. And yes, people are right about that, but guys, the fact that Steven gave up his original career as a marine biologist to work on and develop a concept that he manifested in 1989. For Steven to give up a career that guaranteed him a lot of money to take a chance on an at the time educational attempt to teach kids about the undersea world, with the sponge being the main character. He decided to quit his original passion and what he went to college for in marine biology to take a chance on developing a cartoon about a sponge. And little did he know that idea would make him and little did he know that little sponge would turn into probably the most recognizable cartoon character ever. Now, I know SpongeBob hasn't been around as long as Bugs Bunny or the Looney Tunes or the Flintstones or something like that, but just in terms of like the just because of the overwhelming mania that SpongeBob had as soon as Help Wanted aired back on May 1st of 99. And that idea that Steven had been working on for 10 years, when Help Wanted premiered, little did Steven know that little idea and this cartoon about a sponge would turn into Nickelodeon's biggest show ever in the now 40 plus years of the network's existence. And it still has that sort of mania effect today. And even though Steven wanted to end the show after the first movie, which is why he left, still just the time, effort, and overall brilliance of the ability to take something simple and to turn it into perhaps the second biggest show in history, and the second longest running show in history next to The Simpsons. And for Steven to and for Stephen to be taken from us, but but by such a horrible disease like ALS at only 57 is it it it's just beyond horrible. And guys, I think I speak for every single fan of SpongeBob out there. Well, at, as long as you're at least like maybe 8 years old and up, what when the news came out that Stephen had died because of ALS, only a year after getting after finding out that he had the disease and being diagnosed, to hear that the man that basically shaped your childhood, to hear that a person that played that big of a role in not just Nickelodeon's history and in their family, but perhaps the main reason that our parents were able to make dinner or do basically anything without us being in their air. We owe that to Stephen for giving us SpongeBob 20 years ago yesterday, and to hear that Stephen had been taken from us so soon. For me personally, guys, I felt like the biggest hole was just ripped open inside my heart, and I was immediately overcome with this sense of extreme sadness, because it literally was like SpongeBob, or rather, it was literally like a major reason that you loved SpongeBob SquarePants was taken. It was perhaps the most crushing blow that Nickelodeon has ever had to face, because Stephen had been with them for 20 years up until that point. And guys, the overall genius of Steven Hillenburg is, in short, he was able to take something that still had part of his original marine biology career, and not necessarily teach kids about the undersea life with SpongeBob, but instead he was able to entertain us with it and still, in a way, teach us morals and about being a good friend, and always encouraging imagination, and just the fact that truly and to just hear that Stephen's life had been snuffed out so quick by a disease that, again, is so very horrible. It honestly felt like a part of my heart died along with Stephen, because if it wasn't for him, because it was his original idea to make that cartoon about a sponge that gave the world what one of the most successful and well-known characters in animation history. And real quick to end this, guys, as I just said, Nickelodeon is going to premiere a 44-minute episode of SpongeBob that is going to deal with SpongeBob celebrating his birthday, and plans for the next few seasons have been confirmed, as well as the third movie, It's a Wonderful Sponge. But the question is, what is going to become of SpongeBob after all of this material has basically been released for the rest of this year and well into 2020 with the release of the third movie? After all of that has been done, that is when I think Nickelodeon will have to make the decision on what is to become of SpongeBob after that, because all of these things were already planned and in production while Steven was still with us. But just overall, guys, I want to say thank you thank you to Steven for truly giving me many hours of entertainment, and honestly giving me a true reason, a really true friend in SpongeBob. And of course I want to say thank you to every single member of the original team behind SpongeBob's entire history, not just the first 3 seasons, but to the entirety of the original crew that worked with Steven all throughout SpongeBob history, until Steven decided to leave in 2005, but still came back to work with him on SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water. And I guess the biggest thank you comes last. Just thank you to SpongeBob and Patrick and everybody in Bikini Bottom except Pearl and Mrs. Puff and Grandma. But well, I get that's not right, but just thank you to SpongeBob and Patrick most of all for truly giving me two probably the of my best and most entertaining fictional friends that I have ever had. And I will be checking out and reviewing SpongeBob's birthday episode when it airs. And of course, I will be seeing in the theaters and reviewing and reviewing SpongeBob It's a Wonderful Sponge. So again, happy birthday, SpongeBob.